praise to the Most High, in the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and the Most Kodash. Kala Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Bashim HaKodash. I praise the Most High, I went to the Most High, I went to the Impossible, So, Walgreens just came out with this refrigerator. It looks like they are implementing, look, they say it right here. Walgreens is trying to get people to put computer chips in their bodies. This is crazy. This is crazy. Revelations 13, 16 to 18, before our very eyes. Watch your money, watch your hand. They're really trying to do it. Screens are located in the refrigerated aisles where you can typically find beverages like bottled water, soda, energy drinks, and frozen food items like ice cream. And we've seen these refrigerators in Texas. There's like a LED screen on the door. Digitalized doors have screens with pictures of products showing what's inside of the picture, the price of each of them. They're doing this. They're doing this. As she walks down the aisle, Ramona noticed a small microphone button on the side of the fridge door. When she lays her hand on a small black screen slide out saying, "Voice assistant is coming soon." Help stores manage inventory. That's what they're doing. Yeah, this is huge right here. Um, so the cooler screen doors are internet-connected screens designed to play ads and show images of the products on the cooler shelves behind them. Watch your money, watch your hand, because pretty soon they're gonna make us all chip it. That's all. Melinda Lana says, including the video. I'm gonna try to pull up these screens because I've seen them before too. Here's what they look like. This is what you're talking about. But they're gonna be locked. Where people can't open these doors without having that chip in their hand. Basically what you're stating. I've seen these in Texas in 2021. They got these already set up in high-end stores. And the rich people, of course, they're gonna get the hand chip. So I see big name stores, Walgreens, CVS, Chevron, they're all moving to this new style of screen coolers, which this previous post has explained that they're gonna make it to where these don't open without a chip in your hand. Their excuse is well, people were leaving the doors open. Look, got the flu shot right here. Look, it's a free flu shot. Leviticus 19:28 right there. This is madness. Revelations 13:16. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. Meaning all these people that get this mark, they're going to be able to eat, they're going to be able to drink, they're going to be able to buy products from these stores. What the name of the beast and the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, threescore and six. Wall Street Journal. Walgreens tests digital cooler doors with cameras to target you with ads. Well, it's much bigger than that. It's much bigger than that. Walgreens Boots Alliance Inc. is testing a technology that enables cameras, sensors, and digital screens in the cooler doors and stores. A new network of smart displays that marketers can use to target ads for specific types of shoppers. Just like that movie Eagle Eye, cameras and sensors inside the coolers connected to face detection technology also can determine which items shoppers picked up or looked at, giving advertisers insight into whether their on-screen promotions worked, and can let a retailer know quickly if a product has gone out of stock. The system is provided by Chicago-based Cooler Screens Inc., the brainchild of Arsen Avakian, the startup's co-founder and chief executive, the former CEO of Argo Tea Inc. The idea was born in part out of his frustration in spending hours in store cooler aisles trying to figure out how to promote Argo's bottled iced teas, he said. Frustration, huh? It's not a good, so these were made in frustration, huh? No, it's, it's not that serious. It says the company, founded in 2017, the company has raised around 10 million in funding. Its most recent round of financing was led by Microsoft Corporation. So if you understand what's really going on, we just have Bill Gates buying up all the farmland, and I mean, he's according to this Wall Street Journal. So let's screenshot the time right now. You know, this is big. Which is offering software to power the core screens, technology, and infrastructure. Yeah, this is what they're really trying to do. Alright, madness. So understand what the new form of brainwash is. Gives us the ability to dynamically influence the shopper at the point of purchase and get them to add beer to the basket, she said. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So Australia got to figure it out. Watch. And then the UK and Sweden, you remember they went all cashless. I just seen a post yesterday that Australia, that elder, the beloved elder Tahar, he just said that in Australia they're going cashless. Look, here's BBC. Why cash is no longer king. Australia's transition to a truly cashless society is well underway. Experts say it will happen within 5 to 8 years. Others, such as Professor Richard Holden from the UNSW Business School, says it could happen within 3 years. No more fumbling of plastic money in wallets or metal coins in our bags, of frictionless cashless features within our grasp. Says recent Roy Morgan research also shows It's Revelation 7 and 17. You know what I mean? Warren Morgan research also shows 71.7% of Australians use some form of digital payment solution, such as PayPal or BPay, over the previous year. On the corporate side, the launch of the new payments platform, NPP, in February allows households, businesses, and government agencies to make transactions easily using a simple payment ID and immediately at any time. A collaboration of Australia's banks, other financial institutions, and the Reserve Bank, the NPP is slowly gaining acceptance as the most effective way to make fast and secure payments. So you got to know what's happening with all these cyber attacks and stuff like that. That's how they're doing this, you know. So it's just many small businesses in Australia, especially cafes, no longer accept coins or notes. He says a cashless society will only lead to a more honest tax environment, and the biggest losers will be those who rely on cash deals, especially criminals. See what's happening? We see it. Swedish Australian futurist author and managing director Andres says that while cash is no longer king, we're unlikely to stop stashing it in mattresses. Humans never stop bartering, even after the advent of coins and whatever that says. You know what I mean? This is outrageous. And notice the key word Swedish. Okay, because in Sweden they have cashless, a whole cashless society. You see, when the payment transaction becomes a non-event, when it automatically happens as you exit the restaurant after a delicious meal, then we're living in a cashless society. So basically, they're doing it to, with the facial recognition, they're gonna make sure people is paying. Say, there's no more dash and dine. You know what I mean? This is what's is really basically what it's coming down to. Just said that. So just picture this. You have say you go into a store. You go into a restaurant. You get a $100 meal, right? $200 meal, right? And then you just get out of there. Well, being that you got this chip in you, those transactions is gonna come out of it's all gonna be noted. It's all gonna be tracked. Just explain when the payment transaction becomes a non-event, when it automatically happens as you exit the restaurant after a delicious meal, then we're in a cashless society. That's just deep. Some out of a movie like that movie Timeless. They, they really trying to push this. Look, other than smartphones, we look at which hearable and wearable devices have reached mass adoption on low social stigma. The top three would be spectacles, earphones, and wristwatches. We're already paying with our wristwatches. Earpods have the capacity for conversational commerce, and in the future, ordinary spectacles might become augmented with conversational payment amplitude, meaning you can speak it to existence. Like, as long as you're happy to carry a chip in your body or on your body, you can probably claim you're a walking ATM. So it's heavy. So just mind you that the guy who was a spokesman, he was part Swedish, all right? And already in Sweden, they already went cashless. Sweden is ditching cash. Just wait for the fallout. Switching to digital money risks shutting out some of the most vulnerable members of society, the poor people. Crazy. One quarter of Swedish pop group Bibo became standard bearer for a world without cash after his son got bur- burglarized. Ditching coins and banknotes would hurt criminals and tax dodgers while helping businesses and government budgets. He reckoned Sweden become the ideal country to make cashless. He told Bloomberg in 2014, I think that should be the future. We got Bitcoin not doing so hot. I was in Bitcoin before, you know what I mean? I remember a Bitcoin used to be what over $2,000. Now look at it, $700,000 for a Bitcoin. See, once upon a time, Bitcoin was allowed in Sweden. Revelation 7:17 again. So yeah, I pulled out a Bitcoin when it was. I mean, I'll tell you, it was literally. Let's just see what it is. I used to mine Bitcoin, and it's just. I mean, it's basically. It's just like money. Just because they said it's worth something, that's why you gotta go to certain places. You know what I mean? It's not accepted everywhere. It's digital currency. It's scary because it's only gotten that much because people have purchased and put all their savings towards it. Yes, there's gains in it, but at the same time, the 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 dips from it could devastate you. You could lose everything. Bitcoin tumbles 5,000 in 24 hours as interest rates jump. Look at this. I used to study day trades and the charts and stuff, and that's it's a way for them to control and predict gains and losses. Below 70,000. There goes that 666 again. So my prediction on Bitcoin is like eventually they're gonna run out of people investing in it, and that's when it's just gonna go back down to 5,000, $2,000 a coin. It's a way for them to, while it still has value, I mean, it's eventually gonna run out of value. Okay, eventually, because there's gonna be some countries that don't accept it at all. Price of one Bitcoin in 2016 was $963. So you gotta understand, you gotta be able to see. what's happening. People selling their houses and all that for to invest in Bitcoin. You know, eventually it's gonna flop. You don't understand? Like you don't know who's running Bitcoin. Look at this. It says they could be lost, stolen, or destroyed by accident. Meaning you lose everything, and all that money you invested into it is gone. Cyber scams. You could be in a faulty mining group or whatever. Tells you right here, fraud risk. There are still opportunities for fraudulent activity. Tells right here, China rushed into banned Bitcoin. You gotta understand a lot of criminals say all that drug money ain't clean. Invest in Bitcoin. Sometimes you might make because you see so many people doing it. I mean, they always told us the risk about the bubble. It's how economies crash. Eventually, I mean, it's a money war. Say the internet crashes. It's like this. How could government stop Bitcoin? The government can stop their citizens from accessing the Bitcoin by cutting internet access. They cannot stop the transaction